Welcome back to The Bloated Chef. I am Chef Jerome, an actual bloated chef. And before we get to today's informative and entertaining tutorial, please be sure to slap down on that like button, click the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and share with the entire planet. Please keep your hands inside the ride at all times, and we thank you. And we are back on the big board. And what do we have? Ooh, looks like the makings and the fixins for some fresh homemade bread. We got yeast, we got milk, we got bread flour, we've got butter, some seasonings, yes. What else? Water, sugar, that's to feed the yeast. Let's put together some fresh bread. First things first, 10 grams of dry active yeast. That's right, 10. There we go. Boom. Next up, 475 grams. Comes to about 4 cups of good bread flour. Make sure it's bread flour. A little more glutinous. All right, we're going to eliminate the salt. We're going to add some garlic powder. We're going to add some vegetable seasoning, which is salty and seasoned. Into our yeast goes 3/4 cup of water, warm water, and 2 teaspoons of sugar. Feed the yeast. We're going to lay back and let that bloom. In the meantime, 1/2 cup of room temperature milk, 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Those will be combined and then added directly to that yeast. Mixed together, of course. Now we've got a nice bloom, beautiful and foamy. In goes the milk and butter mixture. Now we're ready to go. From here, we will add that wet mix into the Rolls Royce of mixers. Very slowly and lowly on 1, then with 2, then we'll go to 3, and now we're whipping the crap out of it. And once it looks and feels like this, we're done. From here, we will turn it out onto our cutting board. No extra flour needed. Look at that. Beautiful. Roll, turn, and tuck. Roll, turn, and tuck. Imagine your Jame gum or Jamie gum. Precious. And after we're done slapping the shit out of it. Hard to not eat right now. From here, we'll take a 2-gallon soup pot, drop a little olive oil on the bottom, let that dough get inside, cover it up, let it rise for about 35 to 45 minutes. Meanwhile, we will preheat that oven to 350. From here, you can butter some bread pans or spray them. I've got a 9x5 bread pan I'm going to use. I've transferred that beautiful dough into a larger bowl, and now you get to smush it down. How cool is that? All right, we've turned that out onto the cutting board. We're going to lay some flour down so we can work this dough. Lay your pan down, make sure it lines up perfectly with the shape of the pan. And from here, we'll take a rolling pin. We're not going to roll it flat. We're just going to smooth it out. Make sure it's squared up and fits the pan, right? From here, roll it up, roll it tight. Crimp the edges, roll them under, roll it tight again. Keep going. Get some of that extra bread flour in there. We are going to drop that into our bread pan and let that sucker rise too. Now then, a quick wrap in plastic, nice and tight. Let the air out, let that bad boy breathe and rise, and 40 minutes after that, ready for the oven. And in it goes. While that bakes, we will go about getting our shrimp paste together. We've got 5160 size shrimp, so there's about 51 to 60 per pound. All kinds of good ingredients: sesame oil, hoisin sauce, green curry paste, lemongrass powder. It's all good. And 35 to 40, maybe even 45 minutes later at 350, we've got a good looking savory loaf of bread. Wouldn't you agree? Hey, play is so beautiful, don't you agree? Let's get into this. Listen to this. Hey, not too bad for a cracker that can't bake. Good looking loaf of bread. Good gluten strands. Beautiful. Alright, so let's be honest. Is there anything better than warm, fresh baked bread, cut open, and smeared with butter? I'm going to say no. And apparently this fat fuck agrees with me. Now then, once the bread has cooled, we'll cut them in half. And even on some of those bigger slices, we will cut them in thirds, little triangles, if you will. Now then, onto the shrimp. Get out your cleaver, get out your big fat knife, your good French knife. You're just going for a chop here. Get them minced, make a little paste, and we're moving on. And a quick tip now for those of you that are disgusting. Always clean off your surface, sanitize, okay? Clean off your cutting board, please. Let's season this shrimp, shall we? Here we go. Crack one egg. Separate the egg yolk from the egg whites. They are both going to bind, but in totally different ways, okay? Are you with me? I know you are. First in, we go with 1 full teaspoon of salt. Yes, 1/2 teaspoon ground white pepper. All of these ingredients will be in the description below. There goes 1/2 teaspoon of sesame oil. 1/2 teaspoon of hoisin. Are you seeing a theme here? 1/2 teaspoon of fish sauce. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of sesame seeds. Yes. All right, what else? What else? 1/2 teaspoon lemongrass powder, my new go-to favorite, by the way. In goes a teaspoon of green curry paste. Yes, I know. You don't have to put that in. It's all absolutely up to you. Now, some spring onions to finish it off. And finally, the world's finest accoutrement, sriracha. Now, cut through all that good richness. A couple squeezes of lemon and lime juice, probably 1/2 teaspoon of both. And we are on our way, folks. Alrighty then, now our first binder, that would be our egg white. This is going to help the mix itself cling together and stick to the toast. Always good to stick to your toast, baby. From here, I am grabbing from my pantry about 1/4 cup of corn starch. You can use potato starch, rice flour. You can use tapioca starch. If you have to, you can even use AP flour. All right. Now then, our coating, that is breadcrumbs. Those are also my pulverized snack bits. Now we will take that egg yolk, thinned with a teeny bit of water, and that will help bind those breadcrumbs to our bread and to the top of said shrimp. Alrighty, we have successfully coated the bottom of our toast. Now it is time to top said toast with said shrimp paste. That's right, it's about a tablespoon, I would say, of that shrimp paste. Shape it and form it to the shape of the toast. That's right, take your time, don't rush, you got this. Alright, from here we will utilize the remainder of that egg yolk and water mix as we lightly coat and brush the tops of that shrimp paste. And quite simply from here, we will flip these over and drop them into our breadcrumbs face down. There you go. Work through it, make sure. From here, we take a quick look, nicely breaded toasts. We will flip them face down first, right into that beautiful avocado oil with a nice high smoke point, preheated to 350 degrees, and you can see the sizzle. All right, we'll take out those first few. We will flip the next couple over. You can see a little bit of pretzel breading in there. These are going to be crispy beauties. Looky, looky, looky. Yeah, here comes Cookie. You can garnish with those remaining spring onions, and let's get a gander and a taste. What do you say? Take a small one. No, try one right back in there. Look at the double dip instead of the corner. I'm reasonably sure that he really enjoys the way these things taste. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what that move is. Wait, is that a light bulb moment? Could be.